Go, 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 go. Does that sound like drinking noises?
No. Were you trying to do the crack and then you realized that you'd already opened it?
No.
Oh.
I was trying to do the.
You did.
Can you really hear that gulp? Gulp, gulp. No. Yeah! How'd you do that? Yeah, I can't do that. I can really hear it myself. On my own.
I don't know, it's just a skill. It's just a skill. Maybe one day you'll get it.
Yes, I'm drinking Pedialyte.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Why are you drinking Pedialyte?
Issues. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No. It was either this or Coke, and I feel like Pedialyte was a lot better choice than Coke. Plus, it won't help me. Like, if I drink Coke now, I'll have trouble sleeping at night.
Yeah, that's the worst. It's like when you want something to drink, but like the only things you have around you are like, type of things. It's like you have to choose the lesser of the 2 or 3 evils.
With that being said,
roll the intro.
And we're back.
You said it so like, and we're back.
So yeah, last week I think my mom was having like she was very sleepy during the day. I'm like, what's wrong, Mom? And she's like, I couldn't sleep yesterday. I'm like, why couldn't you sleep? And she's like, I had coffee at night and then I couldn't sleep. So I'm like, why'd you drink the coffee? She's like, I really wanted coffee.
I don't think I've ever craved coffee. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've craved like caramel coffees and stuff before. But like a black coffee. I always like to put like fillings in it. But I mean, back in college and stuff, like all the time it was like, oh, I'm gonna study for a little bit. Might as well have some coffee. And then like I feel like it never affected me. I could always just fall asleep right away, even if I needed to. But then after, like if I have coffee now or anything, it gets too late. Like I'll just lay in bed and my mind will be racing and I won't be able to fall asleep, and that just like ruins it.
How late can you have caffeine without it affecting you at night?
I would say probably about like 9:30. Because if I generally try to go to bed at like 10:30, 11, it give it like a solid like hour and a half-ish to get out.
Huh. So like an hour or 2 hours beforehand?
Yeah.
I don't know why. For me, it's like I can't drink it in the afternoon, or else I know it'll affect me at night, or just like anxious,
Even at, like,
or just like
2 o'clock, like it'll still affect you.
I feel like 2 is the sweet spot. I think I try to test it out, and like 4 is like pushing it. Like 5, I'm done. I know it's gonna affect me. I have to like do like a workout or something, or just like count sheep to go fall asleep. But other than that, I'm like, I know I'm tired. Like I know I did a lot of things during the day. I'm like I should be tired and just go like right to sleep. And I'm just like you said, my mind's racing. I'm like, it's not good. And then I like the Mango Loco Monster, but when I drink it, I know I'm like on edge the rest of the day. I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
See, my problem, like, so you have options. My problem is like the only like caffeine that we've got is coffee, and so if I'm like wanting to sip on something, like I'll have to just keep on drinking coffee, and I'm like, this is not the greatest thing for me, but like, I'm tired. I need to wake up a little bit. Like I need caffeine, and so like I'll have like I think one day I had like 3.5 cups of coffee, just like back to back to back, just because one, I like sipping on something with flavor, and it's either that beer or water that we've got, and I don't think my boss would like it if I had the beer option. So
what do you have in your hand? It's a drink, mister.
I poured it to like I guess not a solo cup, but like a mug or something, and be like, "Oh, just sipping my coffee." But so I feel like I just again choose the lesser of the two evils there, because I can only do. I guess I do have like a flavored water thing. It's like you put, it's a little machine that adds like carbonation into drinks, and then we have like orange flavoring, lime flavoring, like different flavors that you can put into your water. Then you put it in there, and it makes it like a LaCroix basically. I should probably start utilizing that more.
Does Sawyer go straight to the restroom after coffee, or can his stomach handle coffee?
I know it can handle it.
Somebody would ask me, was like, "Are you a coffee person?" I'm like, I like coffee. My stomach doesn't like coffee because I know 15 minutes later, I'm going straight to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Same thing like with pre-workout. I'm like, pre-workout, I know I'm timing that 10, 15 minutes later, straight to the restroom. And somebody else was like, "Yeah, I'm that way too. I know. I need like a moment afterwards because I don't go to the restroom." I'm like, "Yeah, my stomach, whoosh, caffeine just like drains it." But yeah, that's what. In that kind of sense, no, yeah. I don't know why Monster doesn't do that to me though. I don't know. Guess I'll have to figure that out.
Have you ever had a bang energy?
I probably had it once, like a gas station, because you always see them on social media. What about them?
I just know that they're like the new like hot energy drink. I know absolutely nothing else about it, so that's all I can add to this conversation.
I think I've had one in the gas station because I saw it, and I'm like, I always wanted to try it just because it's always advertised on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, huh. But my go-to is Monster Mango Loco. I know that I'm gonna be on edge for the rest of the day, and you can't be on edge with dealing with customers.
No.
Try to be as nice as you possibly can.
Hello, sir, and/or madam.
Yeah. I always say sir. Some older people slightly get offended by that. They're like, they think sir's way too old or like way too formal, so they'd rather me say like you or something. I'm like, okay, whatever you like.
Boy.
No, ladies, lady. I'm like, oh, thank you. You call me a lady. Ladies really love that. Especially sadly, if you, like, they're like definitely ma'am. They're like, don't call me ma'am. I'm like, call me lady. I'm like, okay, lady. And it sounds so much younger.
So it's also like, does hi ma'am or hi lady? Like, hi lady, I feel like it sounds kind of like disrespectful.
Hi lady. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Get over here.
Yeah. I'm saying train of thought, but they were like, I just want to be sound younger. I'm like, okay, lady. Hello, lady.
Who's a good girl?
And something similar happened with a guy. He didn't like sir. He liked what's the younger version of like sir? So I know in Spanish like a señorito, and that's like a younger version of sir.
Little man, or little sir.
Yeah. It's basically like little man, but they prefer that because it's not necessarily like boy, but it's still like somewhat formal.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, I feel younger. Okay, whatever floats your boat.
I feel like if it's not sir, it would have to be like man, or if you say like bro. But like some people, I feel like might take bro wrong.
Man, yeah, probably me, man. Yeah, but this one lady she's clearly, ma'am, like she's fairly up there in the age. We call her lady from now on, and she really likes it. No, there we go.
Ooh, I was like, uh-oh.
Not again.
Why does this always happen?
Like, I have 56%. I don't know why, but oh yeah, Super Bowl. Did you watch it? Did you watch the commercials?
Did I watch it? Yes, I watched it. Come on. The Candace and I had a bunch of snacks during it, so we enjoyed the Super Bowl the right way with a lot of food.
Oh, I saw some stories on that, and I'm like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
This couple
Some
was like,
people
we
had
don't
like
share anything.
massive spreads.
Oh. Favorite commercial? Did you have a favorite commercial?
Mm-hmm.
I only saw the Jeep commercial, and that was because it was trending on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it made me want to buy a Jeep. Shoot.
Mission accomplished for the commercial.
Yeah. And then there's like a trending like song in Spanish, which it's titled Jeep in Spanish. It's like it's very trendy, and that song made me want to buy a Jeep. And I'm like, if it wasn't for the song or like commercials, I wouldn't want to buy a Jeep. And now I'm like thinking about like, but I could use it in the snow. I could go off roading. I'm like, Angel, you just go to work every day. You just need like a 5-minute ride to like home, work, gym, and go back.
But imagine how
We're
cool
not going
that
off
5-minute ride would be.
I don't know why. Yeah. It's probably because I think Jeeps are cool now, and now I want a Jeep. But I'm like, I'm not gonna go off roading in it. But did you know it gives you enough space that you could like actually set it up where you could sleep in it? I'm also following this traveler who uses a Jeep as like sleep place.
Have you been wanting to sleep in a Jeep? Is that like a selling point for you? I guess.
well, if I ever, this is me wandering again. If I ever go travel to the United States, and I don't want to like spend money on a hotel, I can just sleep in the Jeep, and it won't be like those expensive vans that you have to like customize with like a bed and everything. The Jeep, you literally just customize it by like getting you can set up the backspace for like the bed. You just need like the pad, and it'll be set. I'm like, what? And then you can disassemble it during the day and use it as a Jeep. This traveler guy does it, or girl. I don't know, but they travel in a Jeep. They didn't want to spend the whole money in customizing a van to fully like travel in a van. Mm-hmm. So he uses a Jeep.
Because there's a lot of traveling van people out there. Like there are some traveling school buses and stuff. Every once in a while I come across them.
Our Bimbo supplier, like, yeah, provider. She said her husband decided one day to like come back from work. I think they changed his like compensation, and I guess he was like getting tired of it. So he was like, "Do you just like want to go and travel the United States for a year?" And she was like, "If you make it happen, why not?" And so like months later down the road, he had everything up. I think they sold their house, and they had like money set aside. They're like, "We're gonna go travel the world, travel the United States," and so that's what they did.
That's
for,
super
I think
cool.
6 or 8 months. Then COVID hit, so they came back.
Yeah.
They were empty nesters. Yeah, the husband, I guess his compensation plan changed enough for him to make like a big change. Just want to explore the world. So, yeah.
I mean, if you've got the means to do that and you got the flexibility, I feel like that would be a really cool thing to do.
I think it was also
to see one massive thing in each state.
That's what they basically did, and then they would have a pass for where they can park their vans. I forgot what they called them. Like these locations where people can like park, like
it's kind of like rest stops.
Yeah, like rest stops designated for either trailers or just like parked vans. Mm-hmm. And those are a lot cheaper, saying like $20 a night, which if you think about it, a hotel saves you a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I mean, for them, it's just an open lot. So what are they using it for? So might as well open it up, make some money off of it.
Mm-hmm. And so, I think they were empty nesters, and then I think they volunteered with like an elderly group or something. So they saw like if down the road they ever want to travel, they might have the money, but they won't have the energy to go. I think that's the other thing they noticed. That like people they were like volunteering for, they had a lot of money, but they just didn't have the time or energy to want to go travel because something bad happens. They need to go to the hospital or something.
Yeah.
So they did it. I'm like, oh. I asked them how much they like saved for that, and they're like 6 figures just to be safe. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So,
they were in a decent spot financially.
And they were empty nesters. All their kids already gone off to college.
Yeah.
So, shoot. I remember seeing a friend's family do the same thing once they were empty nesters. Could you imagine that freedom? Like going from having kids.
Yeah. Also, I mean, imagine the other way. It's like you have all the freedom, then you have kids, and so your freedom's gone. And it's like as soon as the kids are gone, you're like, okay, what can we do?
I would definitely want to do that. Or like, if you end up like doing work where you could travel, that would work too.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of those things. I was reading. It was like, and I wasn't reading it. I saw it somewhere. It was like, when you're young, you want to travel, but you don't have enough money to travel. When you're older, you finally have the money to travel, but you're like too tired to actually travel.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you gotta do stuff when like you're right in that sweet spot. You don't have to be like perfectly comfortable, but you have to be in like a decent enough spot where you can put things aside for a little bit, go, and then you can come back.
Hmm. Okay. That'd be sweet to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just travel. If you do it like in the U.S., it's like you'd be set. Just don't go to like a dodgy neighborhood, the weird part of the city, and then don't park your van in the wrong part of the city. Yeah. I like how cities always know like what's the part where you don't go, and then they'll let you know. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're safe here. I don't know why I thought it was funny. Like when a Walmart has, you know, how before COVID, when Walmart has a designated like a closing time, you know, that's bad news. Even though it's like a big city.
Wait, why is it? Oh, just because they're supposed to stay open, and if they close when it gets dark out, you know that not in the best part.
Yeah, because it was like a 24/7 Walmart, but then they would close like at 10 or 9, and we're like, why is that? And it's like too many robberies happen. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
like,
which is sad because I mean it's people that are losing their income that could be making money working those night shifts.
And then you always see like those TikTok videos of like Walmart having like a lot of things locked up. I'm like, why would people lock this up? I'm like, well, it's easy to steal. I'm like, it is very true. Like
But who would want to steal that?
easy.
Well, people, random people.
Another TikTok video I saw that was, I didn't realize how easy it was to steal like shoes. And people were like, yeah, this is how people steal shoes. They literally just put them on and leave their old shoes here. And we have to like go through like the racks and see which are the old shoes and just throw them out. I'm like, people just left their old shoes there. What?
Yeah, how wild. Like, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you put your old shoes in the box, and like, there's usually not like a buzzer thingy on them, and you just walk out.
Yeah, I was surprised in seeing that TikTok video. Like, yeah, this happens on like weekly basis. We find old shoes. Whoa. Okay. Do you want the update on sports cards?
Wait, before, have you seen David Dobrik's new house?
Yes.
How massive is that thing? Oh my gosh.
Said he bought it like 6 months ago.
Yeah. $10 million.
That looks really nice. fountain of the Kool-Aid. That kid is living the life.
And you put in the work.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I like how Josh was like, if this is what you did, like after you ended vlogs, imagine what could you have gotten, like if you continued the vlogs. So people are like vlogs. But yeah, he definitely put in a lot of work with those vlogs.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, it's just such a beautiful house. And he's probably got enough saved up too, where like he doesn't have to worry. He's in a good spot.
I think one of his like recent podcasts, he says he paid like $2 million in taxes.
Yeah, I mean, well, for a $10 million house, you probably pay a pretty penny, which is why like if you have a house like that, you have to be, I mean, able to keep it up. Like,
yeah.
Which I feel like some people don't realize. I feel like some people buy expensive houses not realizing the continuous taxes that are going to be on the house or like utilities and things like that. And it's like, yeah, you're going to have to keep doing things if you want to pay for that house because it's not like a one-time payment. You got to keep on going.
Yeah. Ooh. It always reminds me of like social media stars are kind of similar to music artists and whatnot. There's always like those people who hit it big for like 1 or 2 years and spend it like they keep receiving that same amount of money for like the rest of their life. And you're like, another TikTok video, somebody was like, yeah, she was like a big Vine star, but she also knew different friends who were like hit it big during that Vine years.
Yeah.
And like one of her friends, she said, had like $1.2 million in the bank. And she's like, yeah, I saw like the bank account and everything. Like he always would show off to me. But then like they would buy, like they would be renting out like $10,000 a month houses in Los Angeles, and that money dried up. And they like moved back into their parents.
Well, it's like that's when you just need to hire a financial advisor and like, yeah, I mean that money can go away very quick if you're not smart about it. I mean that's what happens with sports like players too. Yeah, they hit the big contract, buy a lot of expensive things, get hurt, and then they're just screwed. Because it's like, well, now you don't have that continuous income, or you get cut or something like that.
Yeah. And no matter how good you are, being an athlete's not forever.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tom Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I saw like it was like a tweet or something. It was Tom Brady in his 21 seasons in the NFL has made it to the Super Bowl 10 times. Steph Curry is shooting 3% from the free throw line. 10 out of 21 is 47 or 48%. Therefore, it is more likely that Tom Brady goes to the Super Bowl than it is for Steph Curry to hit a three-pointer. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, and when watching Steph Curry play is like unbelievable too. It's just
Yeah.
like, what?
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, Tom Brady cemented even more his GOAT status.
Oh yeah.
Like more Super Bowl wins than any NFL team.
Mm-hmm. He has more. He has more Super Bowl Super Bowl wins than the New England Patriots franchise.
And I'm guessing, yeah, all those 6 were because of Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's when he was on the team. He's just crazy.
The coach for the Patriots has to put in work though for like the next 2 or 3 years, 4 years, because if he doesn't make a Super Bowl appearance, in like the next 2 or 3 years, they're gonna take the coach's quote unquote GOAT status to like maybe it was just Tom Brady.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I mean he's like Bill Belichick is just like one of like the top coaches, but now it's probably like people are going to be like, well, I mean, what can you do without a quarterback and all that stuff? So it'll be interesting. But like there were a lot of things that were happening with this Super Bowl. Like it was the first time 2 Super Bowl MVP quarterbacks were playing against each other. It was the largest age difference between starting quarterbacks in a Super Bowl. It was the Buccaneers head coach. He was the oldest ever Super Bowl winning coach. There's like a ton of just random ones where it was just it's a first.
What about the ESPN analysis who would like back into 2016 was like Tom Brady should just retire, and he just didn't want to stop saying he should retire. Like they always played clips on him for like every year, like 2017, 2018, 2019. It's like he just retire, and now 2021 Super Bowl champion.
Yeah,
7 rings. His rookie card is going for like 20 grand now.
I can imagine.
That's insane.
Yeah, people are like, is he going to retire or is he going to stay? And I'm like, I could see him staying.
Him and LeBron want to play until they can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, too. They're both like, 35, 36. Brady's 43. Oh.
Yeah, Candace said, she's like, when Patrick Mahomes was 5 years old, Tom Brady was playing in his first Super Bowl. That's just wild.
Patrick Mahomes. Those clips of Patrick Mahomes, though, of like him passing the ball while getting tackled and like still be able to pass it, even though they didn't catch it. But that was a good pass.
Yeah.
It's like, get that. I don't even know what that line is called. Defensive line? Offensive line?
Line of scrimmage, first down.
No, like those people to help him protect him while he's throwing the ball. What is that line called?
Well, it's called technically his pocket. Get his lineman.
Lineman. We gotta get his lineman protect him more.
Oh yeah,
he was dodging left and right.
I want to give you the right word, but there's a couple words that could fit in here.
So that was that, and then I gotta go back to YouTube to watch all the commercials and see which one's the funniest. Which one's the best? Did you watch all the commercials?
So I thought I did, but then Candace and we were like, wait, there wasn't an M&M's commercial. There wasn't like too many like Budweiser commercials. And then like on the news today, they were like, and the M&M commercial was this. And we're like, what the heck? We didn't see that. So we missed a couple apparently. But for the most part, we saw a big chunk of them.
I haven't seen the halftime show. So what are your thoughts about the halftime show?
People were giving mixed feelings of it. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was like, I'd say almost all the songs were like recognizable songs, like you could like sing along to. It wasn't like a weird one where he would sing a song from an upcoming album that nobody's heard yet or anything. It's like he did like Blinding Lights, The Hills, Starboy. So I liked it. I thought he did a good job.
Sure. I need to go watch that too. I remember clicking on the video and then something happened which took my attention away from it. I'm like, no. Guys, give me like 10 minutes to watch this.
The big thing was people can bet on the national anthem, and you can bet on how long it would be, and you bet on if it's going to be over. It was over 2 minutes and 15 seconds or under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And usually it lasts about like 1 minute and 45 seconds-ish. And so there were a lot of people that were taking the under on it, and it lasted 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And so it was like one of the longer national anthems, but I thought that was funny.
What about that touchback betting? Or like, when they kick it off, is it gonna be a touchback or not?
Yeah, I mean, there are so many crazy things you can bet on with the Super Bowl. People are like, it's basically a bettor's national holiday. Like, if you want to bet on something, you can bet on it. And it's so true. I mean, you can bet on the color of Gatorade that's going to be spilt on the winning team's quarterback. You could bet on, you could bet on whether the total score at halftime with both teams' points added up would be greater than or less than GameStop stock at that given point. Like, what? Who would think of that? But that was a bet you could make. Like, it's just silly stuff. But I mean,
now I'm wondering how GameStop stock is at.
Yeah, I mean, GameStop stock. Let's see, last 5 days. Yeah, so it was probably around $72 or probably like $60, $65. So yeah, if you would have chosen that it was going to be less than, you would have won. But it's like just stupid, crazy stuff. Like you could bet whether the weekend was going to come out wearing sunglasses or not wearing sunglasses, how many times Tom Brady's wife would be shown on national television. Like, it's just dumb stuff. That, like, I mean, obviously you have no, like, say in anything, but how are you going to judge that? Like, there's no statistics previously shown about that stuff.
Reddit pays ode to GameStop underdogs in 5-second Super Bowl ad. Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit had a 5-second ad.
Huh.
It was like a very large text ad that there's no way like anybody could read it in 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
So I don't even know what it said, but
it just gave pays ode to GameStop underdogs. I still can't believe we got up to 347.
Yeah.
325. Now it's back down to $60.
Elon Musk tweeted about my Dogecoin again.
Oh, what do you say about Dogecoin?
Elon Musk Dogecoin tweet. Let's see what he said.
The cryptocurrency that started as a joke is spiking.
Mm-hmm.
New York Times. What? It started as a joke?
Yeah, it's started out as a complete joke because it's the meme of the Doge dog. And so people just created it. But he tweeted, D is for Dogecoin, an instructional video. He tweeted, who let the Doge out?
Now it's worth more than 1 billion. Dogecoin is worth more than 1 billion.
No, that's just like the market cap or something that it has. Yeah. If it was worth more than 1 billion, Angel, I would be absolutely loaded out of my mind. I would probably be buying David Dobrik's house from David Dobrik.
Oh. Hey, did you check out his suit? His
suit.
David Dobrik's suit, Iron Man suit.
Oh, I saw that.
It cost him $10,000.
Yeah.
It cost like $10,000 to make. $10,000 on a suit. That's like, oh my goodness.
Well, when you have the amount of money that David Dobrik has, it's probably like what it is for us to buy a cheeseburger. Like, sure.
I remember seeing something along the lines like a video like saying this guy found out that his accountant was like stole like $400,000 from him for like 6 months back. No, from another guy, another random guy. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure this problem out. Like his accountant stole like $400,000 from him, and this other guy was like, how'd you barely notice like $400,000 like stolen from like your account? And the guy's like, would you have noticed if like $20 was missing from your account?
Like, damn. So, how much money's in your account? Follow-up question.
I was like, what? It took him like 4 to 6 months to figure out how much amount of money was stolen.
I mean, if you are that accountant, like, you probably did it in like a sneakily way, but you are not getting any other job. Like, you just ruined your entire career.
Yeah. So, careful with the accountant that you choose.
Yeah.
Ooh, random fact of the day.
Oh.
If your electricity bill goes up in the winter, it's most likely because you keep your air conditioning on, like the heat on. So if you don't want your electricity bill to go up, put down the temperature for your AC unit.
And that
somebody was like, "Why does my
fact.
Somebody asked me today, was like, "Why does my AC or like why does my electricity bill keep going up when like all we do is like lights?" I'm like, "Well, is your like AC like heat powered by like electric or gas?" Like probably electric. It's like, well, there you go. Like if you use it more, especially if you're like not in the house and you just keep it on, and it's getting colder and colder, it's gonna use more electricity. So like turn it off when you leave, or tell people to put on sweaters.
Put on sweater. That's what I had to do today. I had to put on a jacket, a fur-lined jacket, because I was so cold.
Well, Ken is like, "Don't touch it. Don't touch it."
Well, I was like, "Are you cold?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I'm cold too." And then that was just kind of that conversation. Never did we were like, "Do we want to get it warmer in here?" We're just like, "Well, we'll suck it up."
My sister pays the electric bill in our house, and she's always like, "Turn off the lights," like and whatnot. And since she pays the electric, I play the Netflix accounts, and she's like, "I could pay you for like the Netflix account." I'm like, "You're good. You pay the electric, so like I feel like that evens it out." Not really. I'm the one winning here. And she's like, "Understandable. I just won't pay you for Netflix." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. I'm like, you play electricity, and like I think I can handle the Netflix bill. So, yeah. And we just make sure the lights are off, even though she doesn't mention anything about the AC unit, which that definitely takes out most of it. We try to keep it around 70. My mom likes to crank it to like 80. Like, mother is hot.
I'd be sweating.
Honestly, like I can't sleep in 80-degree weather. Like I like it like somewhat like at least cold where like I need the blankets on me. I'm that type of sleeper where like even though it's 20, like I want something over me. Like I just want something over me. And I have like like not as heated blanket, so I have like this thinner blanket where if it's a bit hot, I can just use that and like cover me up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like that feeling of being covered up in a blanket.
I feel that. I feel that. Do you have like a weighted blanket?
Cozy. No, I heard those will do wonders.
Yeah, Candace has always wanted one of those, but they're expensive.
Yeah, okay. I just heard really good things about them, but I'm like, how expensive are we talking about? Please don't tell me more than $100.
Blanket cost.
Please don't tell me more than $100. Yeah, more than $100.
This one's $150.
Oh my goodness.
I guess this one says it's $50 from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's a faux fur 15-pound weighted blanket in gray.
What is the purpose of a weighted blanket? Like, why are they so good? I just heard like good reviews on it, but like I never really went into it. Like, why?
I honestly think it's just because some people like having a little bit of pressure on them, and so I think that it's just kind of like not like a preference type of thing. And so I'm not sure if it has like scientific things to back it up or anything like that.
I have those like Mexican type blankets that like have like animals drawings on them, animal figures. Those are pretty big.
Those like the massive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, really warm ones, and like those ones that are always on like videos. Like you're Latino when you have this type of blanket. I'm like, yep, I have that. It's really
Love
warm.
that.
Yeah. Come on. And then I have another type of blanket where the fabric of it reminds me of it's really like cool and like nice and like very thin, but it reminds me of I used to have this robe that I don't know for what reason when I was little I would sleep with this robe and there'd just be like how some kids have like their blanket and they just like want their blanket, they always want to have it, like help someone with whatever reason. I just like that type of blanket. That for me was a robe, like what do you call it? Instead of those shower robes, and I would just sleep with it every night when I was little until like it had holes in them, and my mom like wanted to throw it away, and I'm like, no, there's no other one like this one.
This is mine. You don't throw my thing away.
And my sister, how she would get me, when she would hide my robe / blanket, and I would cry to my mom, and my mom would like give him his blanket back. And how my mom got to throw away the blanket was we went to Guatemala for a vacation one time, and she purposely didn't put my blanket in, and then told me that she forgot to put the blanket in, and when we came back, she threw it away. And apparently, I understood since we were in Guatemala that we couldn't go back to the United States to get my blanket, and I didn't like have like a big fuss about it. But once we came back, she threw it away. It had holes. It was very old, but it still felt so nice.
Your number one comfort is just gone. Just in the blink of an eye.
Once I found that blanket and I felt it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to find this brand and get like another one. So now I got one, and luckily it's in good condition. But I've like looked up. This is gonna make me want to buy another one just in case. But I've looked it up, and they're still running the same type of blanket that I have. I just might. Oh my god, this is gonna make me want to get another one. Just
you're gonna 100% get another one. Just a backup.
Just in case they ever like, what if like they like decide this blanket's not selling as good as they previously thought, so they're cutting it. Yeah. Then I'm gonna be like that young angel who's like gonna carry the blanket that has holes in it.
You're gonna be like Linus from the Peanuts, who just carries around his blanket all day with him. Yeah. I think that's Linus.
I was really that kid, and I remember one of my friends found out and he made fun of me for it, and I'm like, you don't know how it feels.
You're just mad because you don't have a blanket. You're just jealous.
And then Maddie has a blanket too. It has a little blanket who she would just like carry around her. I'm not sure if she still has it, but yeah, she would have one too. I'm like, I understand that completely.
Preach. I had and hers mine, like
small.
Yeah, I had a small one. It was baby blue, and apparently it was like my comfort blanket as a kid, and I think I slept with that thing until I don't know, probably like 10 or 11, and then it was just one day my mom was just like, okay, it's time to put this away before it like I guess starts coming apart and everything like that. She's like, you're gonna keep this as memory. I was like, okay. So I think it's like in like a memory box somewhere or something. But
do you know like what was it about that blanket that made you feel like comforted?
I don't know. I honestly don't know specifically because like thinking back on it, I don't think it wasn't like a special like textured blanket or anything like that. I think it was just something that I always had with me, and so it just kind of like earned its place, and it was just kind of always there.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna go buy that blanket. I'm gonna look it up on the website and just buy another one.
You're like keeping that place in business.
It's a big business, and I was like, what if it like ran out of stock or like they stopped producing it? And like I looked it up and I'm like, oh, but it was like years ago too when I barely found out the blanket. So now I'm gonna look it up again and see if they still have it in production, like order.
Yeah. Hopefully it still is a big company that has that, because I mean with COVID, if it was a small shop, like Hopefully they weren't affected by it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like the texture of it, and then it's like cold when you pick it up. And I like that feeling, like cold.
Are you
like
you flip your pillow to get the cool side of the pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Like, but I can sleep without it. When I was a kid, I could not sleep without it.
I've changed.
Yeah. I like it, but I don't need it. Previously, when I was a little kid, I needed it.
Whatever you need to tell yourself.
And then apparently my sister would do it so often that she would hide it that like my mom would be like tell my dad, is like, see, there goes Marley again, like stealing his blanket away. It's like, Marley, give him back his blanket. Oh, I find that so funny now. I would cry over a blanket.
But hey, I mean, when you were younger, it was the thing. It was your blanket.
Yeah, it feels so good. Yeah, I still don't know how a robe became a blanket. Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that hopefully this place is still in business so you can sleep good at night.
I'm definitely gonna buy another one. Angel's blanket going. How am I gonna explain to somebody like, why do I have to have this blanket? I'm like, the texture. Feel the texture.
Yeah. I just like the blanket. Nothing else really about it. Just like the blanket. Like, don't ask any questions. You don't need to know more. Okay, buzz off. Just get really defensive about your blanket.
We need to throw this away. It has holes. They stopped producing it. We can't throw it away.
Hey, don't even put that out in the atmosphere.
I'm just gonna buy another one. I'll be good. This one lasted a few years, and it still doesn't have any holes, so it doesn't come apart. So there you go. Like, what's another weird thing you did as a kid?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I was gonna say I used to like not like showering, or like I would run the shower and then I just wouldn't get in the shower to like pretend like I was showering. It was weird. I don't know why I did that. Really glad that I outgrew that because I don't think like I would have many friends or anything.
Do you ever go summers where like you challenge yourself how many days you go without showering?
No, no, that was never a thing. Was that a thing for you?
Yes, it was during the summer because you didn't have school, and my parents didn't allow me to like go anywhere unless it was like the neighbor's house. And during that time, I decided I wouldn't go to my neighbor's house because I know it would probably smell bad. And so like, my sister would challenge herself to go how many days we go without showering.
That's such a weird challenge. So yeah, I mean, for the category of what's something weird that you did as a kid, that definitely checks off that box.
It wasn't a summer thing for you?
No. I got scolded whenever my parents found out. So
that's what you never let them know. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm like wondering, like, did their parents tell us to like take a shower? I can't remember if they did or not, but I think unless it was like really noticeable, they wouldn't like tell us. Cause I remember, yeah. Oh hey, BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, let's do BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed.
Darn it. What is this? Let's do. We didn't take into account Clubhouse time. So next week we gotta take into account Clubhouse time.
Oh dang, we're almost at our full hour. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, we'll have to We'll have to stop being so engaged in our conversations next time.
Stop thinking about your blanket sore.
I just want it back.
You're so weird. Who carries a blanket as a kid?
Easy there, robe blanket guy.
Robe was cool. A blanket was not. You'd be like, well, they said it having the holes were there. I'm like, those holes gave it character.
Yeah, those holes were because I loved it so much. Not my fault you didn't have holes in yours.
Yeah, after the holes came in, my mom was like, we gotta throw it away. Like, it's done. Like, it's obviously that old that, like, the fabric has gone out. I'm like, no. Like, that's not an option. She even bought me a new one, and I'm like, it's not the same. Like no.
It's not mine. You can't just give me a blanket and call it a day. It's not how it works.
It's the same color. No.
Do you see any good quizzes? I can't find any like decent looking quizzes.
Are you an adult or child based on your food opinions? I can just tell whether you're actually a grown up.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Are you an adult or child based on your food opinions?
How far down was that at?
It was like, where'd it go?
Oh, if there's like the quiz party option, click that and then put it in the chat, the link in the chat.
You're still there.
Ooh.
Oh.
I was like, I talked for a little bit and I'm like, I think it's frozen again. Alrighty. Clicked it. Perfecto.
Boom. Oh, you got it?
Alright, yep. Oh, this is interesting. You have like a little slider.
Oh. This is bad connection, so hopefully this helps out. Okay. Everyone loves a good bacon and eggs, right? And a slider. No thanks or yes please? Oh, bacon. Yes, please.
I was like, that picture looks good. That looks like some crispy pieces of bacon, and I like sunny side up eggs. So yeah. Do you like seafood pizza? It looks pretty good, but does it taste good? I mean, I'll eat it, but that seafood pizza? Huh?
If it has shrimp, I would definitely eat it. How about fairy bread? Fairy bread.
That doesn't even look good. It's just white bread with sprinkles on it.
Yeah, buns. I don't know why, like, my taste buds don't feel like they'll mix well, like sprinkles with like the taste of sprinkles and the taste of bread.
Yeah, I feel like it would just crunch. Like I'd fold it together and then just bite into it. And this next one, bacon and corn pizza. Bacon. I feel like that would be good.
Bacon and corn pizza.
I feel like that would be good.
Bacon, corn, pizza. Sorry, say that one more time.
I just said I feel like it would be good.
Oh, okay. I want to put like who puts bacon and corn together. We'll see what happens.
The last one is just all of that candy.
And it has a picture of a lot of candy. I'm like, oh, eat it all if you don't. Yes. Put some tahini and chamoy in there. Oh my goodness.
You got a couple thousand TikToks out of that bunch of candy right there.
Yes. Oh, what you get?
I got adult.
Damn.
I'm lame.
Damn. Okay. That's that. Okay. You ready to outro? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think our internet keeps breaking a tiny bit. So question of the day is going to be if you guys have any weird things from your childhood that were kind of like keepsake things. So both of ours were surrounded around the blanket area. So let us know if you guys had something similar or what it was. And you can let us know in the comment section of the YouTube video, or if you want to email us to talkmentuesday@gmail.com, you can do that as well. But we appreciate you guys taking some time out of your weeks to listen to us. If you want to give us any advice, feedback, anything at all, we would greatly appreciate it. Anything to do to improve the podcast. But we appreciate, again, you guys taking some time, and we look forward to talking with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, stay safe. Keep on social distancing. Tell somebody you love them, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Peace.